Alright, it's time for the semi-finals in the Women's World Cup. First we'll have a look at my quarter-final predictions and see how well done. Straight away, as you can see, I got one game completely wrong and I got 0 points. That was for the Australia and France game. I really thought France was actually going to win that game. Australia have definitely surpassed my expectations to how far they'll go on in this competition. They have done very well. And to think that was without Sam Kerr for most of these games so far. She is in the team now, but she wasn't at the start. Could Australia go on to win at this point? I don't know if they could, but at this point, they could potentially make the final. So the first match, Spain versus Netherlands, I managed to get a total of 10 points. I predicted it would be a 2-1 win for Spain, ended up being a 1-each draw after the 90 minutes. So the points at end was 5 points for predicting the correct goals for the Netherlands, and 5 points for the correct first team to score, which I said would be Spain, and it was. Next game was Japan versus Sweden. I said it would be a 1-0 win to Sweden, ended up being a 2-1 win to Sweden. I never make a prediction. I said that I think Japan is a better team, but I just had a gut feeling that Sweden were going to win that game, and they did. So 20 points I got from that game are from 10 points for predicting the correct outcome, 5 points for getting the correct goal difference, and 5 points for getting the first team to score correct. And for the final game, England versus Colombia, I said it would be a 3-0 win to England, and it had been a 2-1 win to England. That ended up being a lot closer than I thought it would be. I watched that game, Colombia were actually pretty decent. So 20 points I got was for 10 points for the outcome and 10 points for having a 2 times boost. Alright, so that puts my total points currently at 645, which puts my rank at 2,972, which is higher than what I was the previous round. I'm pretty sure I was in 3,000 and something. Okay, now for my semi-final predictions. First up, we have Spain versus Sweden. I haven't watched Sweden play. They're the only team that's made it to the semi-finals that I haven't actually watched a single game for. I think I've watched Spain twice, Australia twice I think, and England once. Not seen a single game of Sweden. I have no clue how well they're going to do. But I'm going to go ahead and say Spain will win just because I've actually seen them. And they're solid. They've got a solid defence. They do alright attacking wise. Although in the first game they did have a lot of shots and didn't score as many as what they should have. But they're a solid team, so I'm going to say they will win. I keep going for like 2-1 wins in these knockout stages, and very rarely they're doing that. Most of the games are going to either nothing each or 1 each at full time and going to extra time. And at that point, even if the game ends 2-1, I don't get any points for that because that's after the 90 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I'll just say it'll be a 1-0 win. Most of be the time that they actually win by like 4 goals or something like that, but I'm going to say it'll be a 1-0 win. And I'll say the score will be Jenny Hermoso. And next up we've got Australia versus England. I feel like I went against Australia the last 2 rounds, and they've actually surprised me and actually managed to get through. I feel like England haven't been scoring as many goals as what they should have been scoring. The goals they scored against Colombia were scrappy. I'm pretty sure they both came from mistakes. Because of that, I'm going to say Australia will win. If England get lucky and they end up managing to score 1 or 2 scrappy goals, then yeah, sure, they could go through. From the game that I've seen, they struggled to get the ball in the back of the net. Whereas when I watched Australia, they've scored multiple times. One of the games I saw was 3-0. I know England have won a game 6-0, 6-1. That was against China though. So I'm going to go ahead and say it'll be a close game. I'll say it'll be a 2-1 win for Australia. England might still score 1 goal. I'll say it'll be 2-1. Although I could probably actually see this going to penalties. If it goes to penalties, I think it'll be 1 each, then go penalties. I'll say Australia will score first. And the player to score will be... Sam Kerr's not scored yet. Sam Kerr was on the bench in the last game, so she didn't start that game. So this could potentially be a first game starting after her injury. But because she hasn't started a game yet, I'm going to say it won't be her to score first. I'm going to go for... I'll go for Hayley Raso. Right, so I'll go to my predictions for the 2 games. I'm going to put my 2 times goal bonus on. Actually, I don't know how to go for. I feel like I definitely could get this wrong. Again, because I've not watched Sweden, I don't know, I could end up getting that wrong. I'll go for Spain 1. Right, this is my predictions for the semi-final. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to make it to the final, who's going to end up winning it overall. And I'll see you next time for another video. See ya.